Well, hey there, Dan. I told you I'd make you a video, so I'm using this this camera that I usually use to record my band. So I'm going to use this. It has really good sound, and it uses a fisheye lens. So if the room looks a little funky, that's the reason. But I went for the fisheye so that way you get a good look at the cajon and just kind of see how I set it up. I use this. This is why I wanted my my sound port on the left side of the drum as opposed to the right, because I use this this thing called a sidekick, and see what I can do there with my heel. So it's a nice little click sound, and this is kind of like a hi-hat. So it's a sidekick, and this is called a hex stick. Schlagwork makes it, and I also use this handshake thing. So I've got shakers in there, and I have a tambourine, a foot tambourine, that I use when I play. And then I usually have a cymbal set up with a stand on it where I keep some shakers. But I got to tell you, Dan, I'm loving this thing. I'm getting a ton of bass out of it. The snare's nice and fat. One thing that I did do, slight modification, is I think you had said in the right corner there was something that you tried to do or did where you gave it kind of a slap sound, and I kind of did something that I've done on a lot of my cajons. Like typically on the top corners, I back out the screws, usually just like a quarter turn, and what ends up happening is then the tappa pulls away slightly from the backing, so you get a nice little snap. It's almost like a castanet type of a thing. And so what I did was I did that, and I wasn't really getting the sound I was looking for. So a trick that I learned from another manufacturer is you take the tappa off, and then you put some very thin, tiny plastic shims on the inside of these screws, the one here and the one here on the inside. And what it does is it pushes, then when you screw it in, the tappa is just slightly away from the backing, so you get this. So it's a real nice, kind of a castanet kind of sound. So I don't know if that's something that you want to think about, or maybe even just offer it to people, or they can just do it themselves, like I do. And I've done it on quite a few of my other cajons. But anyway, the sound on this thing is just freaking incredible. Loving it. anyway, loving it, Dan. It's just me kind of screwing around. But anyway, and the way the sidekick thing too. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope you dug it. I hope the sound came across great. And I can't wait to gig with this thing. And I told you I'd gotten that thing on my hand. And it's healing up real nice. Hand's nice and flat now. I had this thing called Dupuytren's contracture, where my pinky was starting to really pull on me. I couldn't flatten out my hand. I was still able to play, but not with a flat hand, which made it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, the procedure went great, and that's it. So I will sign off for now, buddy. Sorry if I rambled at all. I know I can do that. And let's keep in touch. I'm super stoked with this, and I am hoping that I can't wait to get out and start playing again. I know I'm going to have a lot of questions about it. I think, as you know, I told you, this is my 12th cajon, and there isn't anything that has a bass like this. And I even have one of those subwoofer cajons from Meinl. Has a lot of bass, but still, it doesn't match up to this one. And this is just gorgeous. That Meinl one that I have is it's a sweet cajon. I love it, but it's got a fiber body, so it's not wood. And I really like the craftsmanship that goes into something like this, or even a lot of the other ones I have. Some of them are handmade, some of them are more mass-produced, but I just love when somebody crafts it, as opposed to it being stamped out of a piece of fiber. So anyway, I will talk to you soon, and thank you again, Dan. I really appreciate it.